What is up, guys? We are here with another reaction. We are going to do a reaction slash fight evaluation to Winged C in the Karate Combat 59. If you don't know who Winged C is, make sure to go look him up because he is entertaining. He made his appearance and kind of debut into fighting online, at least to be able to watch him on Streetbeefs. And since then has been doing some MMA fights, and now he is doing the Karate Combat League. Which, if you don't know what it is, that's okay. I didn't really know what it was for the longest time either. But it's actually a really fun league. It's almost like MMA, but there's different rules because I don't really know the full rule set. I haven't looked into it, into comparing the two. But it's a lot of fun to watch. And you'll see the ring. I love it. I think it's such a sick looking ring that they fight in. So we'll get right to the video. We won't waste time. We'll get right into it. Winged C is right over here, and then you can't see him because he's behind my camera, but where my mouse is wiggling over here, wiggle, 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 just underneath is the other fighter. So we are going to start it. Winged C does his little entrance. He's very well known for doing like emotes and dances and just like, go look him up. Look him up, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
We're going to start in the corner. Aglaya is the official interoperability partner of
All right. Round one. Here we go.
Aggregation age.
Bam! Opens up with a bang. Now, really quickly, I want everybody to look in the background. You have... He's surprised. He looks like... I don't know what his role is in here, but he almost just looks like an investor based off the way he's dressed and just the type of person he is. So he's like, this is great. This is making me some money. He's entertained. He's like, whoa, look what we just saw. He's laughing. Everybody over here is smiling and laughing because they think it's sick. He's like, what the hell is that? She is over here like, what did I just watch? She's dying of laughter. Everybody right now they just find it hilarious. Like it was a good shock. It was a good way to start off. I don't think anything actually connected. They jump up. He goes to jump up and almost throw like a right overhand. I don't even know what to call this type of punch, to be honest. It's awkward. He looks like he's going up. His hands are up like he's going to throw a leg or a knee. He jumps off. Winged C brings his arms in to defend against whatever kick / knee he's bringing in. And then they just kind of bump into each other, and his knee is down here, so he doesn't really connect anything. And he just kind of uses that momentum to not necessarily throw him. It looked like it was more so to balance himself and push him away. But that's just kind of what we got there. Oh, and a little exchanges right there. But nothing crazy. Looks like more of a fun round. Making him flinch. Misses his kick. But that's okay. He ended up in a good spot.
C looks to get going early here. A lot of movement.
All right. Oh, okay. He kind of goes for awkward.
To get going early here.
Winged C's going more traditional boxing to open up with the striking. He's kind of going with more kicks that remind me like of Taekwondo, because they're more out there in a sense. Like in kickboxing, wow, English. And like kickboxing, you're not really throwing things like, at least from my experience, I haven't really sparred anybody who throws kicks like that. Everything's very just kind of like teeps and, you know, regular roundhouse and kick to the shins and kick to the calf and kick to the thigh and kick to the body, kick to the head is like the most extreme. Like there isn't really, I don't really ever see a lot of people doing spinning back kicks like that. And then right here you see he wants to go for a knee, but he like bails out of it, so he just kind of jumps into Winged C's arms.
It's a nice jumping knee.
Gets something right there. They get to the floor. I'm not entirely sure why they stop it here. Again, I'm not familiar with the rules, so if you know, please let me know.
Weak, so you gotta be aware of those flying knees when you put the hand down like that.
Goes for another one of those kicks. Rookie mistake. So, not the kick. The kick is not the rookie mistake. He goes for the kick, but Winged C is too close at this point. So his kick won't connect, because where he needs to connect is kind of like the back where his heel is, because as he's spinning around, the heel will boom, clip and come in. Winged C's too close for that. So he's just going to get like the inner part of the knee. You know, the part that bends. and you'll see what he does. He grabs it to kind of take control. He's very off balance. I think knowing that they just went to the ground, WINGED's against throwing him to the ground. He's also not like a very grapply type of person. Every time I see him, he likes to be running around, jumping, throwing punches and kicks. But yeah, I mean, he's already facing the floor and away, and then he gets scared, and he's putting his arm back. I guess I don't know if this is momentum or what he's trying to do, but he's looking away and his head is down. Rookie mistake. You can see WINGED sees that. His arm is kind of loaded up. Comes in close. He's still looking down, trying to hit him. If you don't know, if you've never sparred before or made this mistake while sparring, which I hope you never make that mistake, but everybody's learning at their own pace, and I'm really hoping. This is a mistake I made, is when you get scared like that and you get in an awkward position like that and you look down, you don't see nothing. Your face is down here. The person is behind you. So the only time you're going to see something is when it's too late. And he's doing exactly that. He's trying to swing, throw his knees. They're both taking a little breather right here.
He flowed away from the target.
All right, little exchange, pushing away. Oh, he misses. Okay. This guy Torres has been kind of throwing a lot of different types of kicks and knees that would work with a less mobile fighter. But WINGED has already shown how mobile he is by jumping in, running on the sides to go for like some flying Superman overhand, whatever he was going for. So it's just not ideal for him, because being that WINGED is already very light on his feet and moving around a lot, he's not really gonna get anything. He's either got to get close and clinch, try to get close and grapple him. Once he gets him down, then maybe he'll have a better chance. Or he's just got to play into the game and box. That's kind of his only option at this point. So he goes for this. He goes for the knee. He faked this left one. Goes for the right. Again, WINGED is out of the way. He notices that. And then I want you to watch this. I've seen parts. I've already seen a lot of the parts of these fights. I actually had a reaction to this already, and the file was corrupted. So now I'm redoing it the night before it's supposed to be posted. But look at this. Ready? So right here, look where he lands. You see how close he is to the wall? Obviously, in any of these combat sports, you never want to be against the wall. Whether it's against the ropes or against the fence, or in this case, against the slanted whatever. So now he is where the camera is showing us right now. He is close to the wall. So then what happens here is WINGED is going to throw. He's full boxing stance right now. Like, his lead leg is forward. His arms are up. He is just kind of going for a very boxing styled fight. I mean, that's kind of been half the fight he's been doing this entire time. So look, he throws his jab. I'll let you watch it first, and I want you to tell me. Misses.
Well, they're both trying some.
Throws his jab, runs away,
right now,
and bam, gets a knee and gets hit. Everything that he just did right here, he basically just invited WINGED to doing so. So throws it, misses it. Well, now watch. So, well, first of all, look at this face. This is mad funny. WINGED goes, he throws his lead. Immediately, look at the position he is in. He is in a running position. He is not in a fighting position. He's not in a position to defend, to strike, to do anything. He is in a position to only run. So, here's this thing. Two options. You have three options that are somewhat smart. And then the steps that leads after that show you how smart your decision actually was. He either stays against this wall part and plays the close clinch and tries to go in, so he throws his jab. He should be facing WINGED, and then he kind of just goes after. He sees that jab. He can try to reach over, grab like the back of his head kind of, and they can go into a clinch. They can go for knees, because clearly he likes his knees. So if he does have a strong leg game, normally, I don't know, I haven't seen his other fights, but being that he's throwing so many of these wild kicks, I'm going to assume he's confident in them enough to want to throw them. So he should be playing that game to clinch, to knees and kicks, whatever. He should have just backed up this way. He throws he throws his jab. If he thinks he's staying here, maybe he'll throw a cross, get lucky, and then Torres can answer back after that cross comes out, because WINGED is in, from this angle, it looks like he's in a southpaw position, right foot forward. So then he should be able to back up. WINGED's left hand is going to come forward. He's going to be on this side, and then he can kind of throw it straight. He could literally just throw it straight. WINGED might get frazzled. He could throw his kicks. It could be a bit of a, not finish. I don't think he would necessarily finish him in that moment unless he gets a really clean hit. But it would be a really good, batch of points going towards him. Or he goes the other way, which is the way he's facing to run. But he stands his ground and he uses it to mainly slip. Again, at this point, he kind of has to play the boxing game. Unless he decides, because he's in a boxing stance, unless he decides to go for his lead leg, grab it, and just try to throw him. Then that's option number 4, which honestly is kind of promising, being that he's against the wall. And he can at least push him back. If he doesn't push him onto the floor, he can at least push him back, throw him to the opposite side of the ring, reset, get center control, and then make WINGED go around him. Those are kind of your only options at this point. He chose secret option number 5. Yoink, run and dip, turns his back. WINGED notices that immediately, that he turns his back. So you see him, he's in a running mode, but he's running at Torres. And then Torres doesn't really know what to do because he didn't have time to prepare for this, and he's kind of in a fight or flight, and he chose flight. And now WINGED goes, misses. Torres kind of saw he was going to go for the head, so he was able to duck under. And now, big mistake, like I said before, right, is he's in a boxing stance most of this time. So now when he's here, you see he goes for the grapple. His stronger hand to be able to get a grip right here is his left. He grabs with both, but in this instance, you're going to see the first hand to wrap around is his left. So if he used that to not go around, mind you, WINGED's in a boxing, so his back foot is kind of planted. It's not going anywhere. It is solid. He's playing off of that because if he has to go forward, he's pushing off that back leg. If he's got to go backwards, he'll push off the front leg, but there's not a good chance of him going backwards, because WINGED is a very pressure type of fighter. So he's probably just going to bounce off of that and try to strike back and counter punch or take the hit. You never know what WINGED. But based off this position right now, his whole back leg is very planted, and his hand is going straight for that. If he decided to go in between and grab the one leg, I don't know the rules. Maybe you can't do single leg takedown. I don't really know how this works. I probably should have read the rule set before I watched this, but come on now. And he could have grabbed that leg and did exactly what I was saying before. You grab the single leg, and then since he's very firm on that back foot, this front one will come up, and then you could just kind of either throw him down or you run him backwards, get that center ring control, and you reset. He doesn't do that, and then he tries to grab, and WINGED has both of his hands free-ish, and he's just kind of playing around. Great. Well, now we're in a hugging stance. WINGED gets his foot. Look at who looks more powerful here. It looks like if he really wanted to right now, WINGED's about to sit down and he's about to sit on his lap. That's the position that this is giving, right? So he almost could have had him down, but their momentum was pushing them the other way, so they both kind of were moving to not in a grappling / judo throwing appropriate position. But being that that's happening, WINGED kind of realizes that, steps backwards. Now he's pulling him this way. Torres does not want to get pulled to WINGED, so now he's starting to resist, and you can see, what is he loading up right here? Bam, knee, and throws that cross. Or I mean that I forget. He's in a completely different position, but he kind of just throws his right hand out. And there we go. Exchange complete.
A little bit careful he doesn't just dive in for a low clinch every time.
Oi, okay.
He doesn't just
what happened there? All right. He's taunting. Gets lower. you see him, he kind of flinches to a lower position, like, oh, is he finally going to go for a clinch? You can kind of tell he's going to load up for a kick. I make a bet he's going to realize that. Oh, ref. He goes for the kick. He is right at the kick, but it looks like he was almost trying to brace to catch it. Or he baited him into that to be like, hey, I'm right down here, just kidding, and goes for the spinning, which if that's the case, that was really well played on his part. And then he goes for a spinning back. Unfortunately, Wingsy was a little bit too close, and he goes for a spinning back fist. That's the issue. If he went for a spinning elbow, I make you a bet that would have rocked Wingsy right here. Because look at where his arm is. He's kind of hitting him with, like, this part right here. But if he had tucked it more and with his elbow to kind of bring it backwards a little bit, not better, because this is really good positioning for Torres right now. He could have probably gotten him with an elbow, spinning back and then bam, right there, elbow straight to the jaw or to the side of his face. Whatever, he's cracking something. But his arm is extended, so being that his arm is extended and coming out, whoop, swing this way, he's just kind of hitting with an arm, which is not ideal for him right here. Wing C probably should have capitalized on that. If he would have stepped forward, he probably could have like stepped forward and at least jabbed, or stepped forward and boom, coming with some sort of something. Especially because look how Torres is right now. His hands are down. His back was kind of turned from the spinning, I want to say spinning elbow, from the spinning backhand. Or not backhand, back fist, whatever you want to call it, whatever. It's too late for this.
Torres with the spinning reach around.
All right. Oh, okay. Gets in between. Nice little exchange. Nothing really hits. All right. Now he's being funny. Look at this.
Spinning reach around.
Woo! He tries to jump off the wall, and you can see Wingsy's laughing because they're, at the end of the day, this is still kind of friendly for the both of them. There's no beef between them. They're just kind of making their appearance on here. But you can kind of tell that this is a point I made the last time, and then the people commentating copied me because I hadn't seen it before that, so I was just kind of reacting to it like live. But they copied what I had to say. So basically, his style is rubbing off on him, where he's becoming more goofy, which was great for him because now he's gonna try to be funny and slip him up. But that's his style, so he understands it like the best out of everybody. So he's gonna be messing up a lot because he hasn't really, messed around with that style enough.
The thing is, when you're a wing C type, you can draw your opponent into behaving like you.
Oh, he misses it. He goes for the knee.
For you to behave this way.
Do you think this is...
Tries to go for another one, misses completely. Now his back is turned yet again. And Wingsy just... It looked like he was more so trying to turn him around as opposed to throw him down, but then Torres kind of just goes down with this. He's on top. Bam, bam, bam. Throw him and hit him and hit him and hit him and hit him. And that's that. His little emo. Boom, boom, boom.
And then when he got him down, he controlled the...
Yeah. I think the best thing... Well, first of all, it was a great fight. This was very entertaining to watch. It wasn't very long. I know that my video itself is long for it being like a minute and a half, but there was a lot that was going on in this video that kind of had to get broken down. And then, I mean, it's like that with every fight. But being that it was a shorter fight, I didn't feel bad taking extra time. But I think the biggest takeaway for Torres, the guy who just lost in the white pants, for him, he's got to stop going for those kicks all the time and those flying knees, because every time he misses and he gets in a bad position, what he does next is he turns his back and he puts his head down and he gets put in a position where he's bound to take a couple of blows and not be able to return any, back, because his back is facing his opponent. You can't really punch backwards. He did display some really good moments. Spinning back, if it was a spinning elbow, it would have been perfect, but the spinning backhand, spinning back fist, and whatnot. He showed some good moments to be able to go for a grapple. He just I don't, again, if there's a rule against single leg takedowns that I'm not aware about, then obviously totally get it. He did what he tried to do. If there isn't, he's just got to go for single leg, especially with somebody who's going more boxing, because again, that lead leg is wide open for you, or he should have been kicking at his lead leg a lot more. If he wanted to utilize those kicks, kick the lead leg, kick the lead leg, kick the lead leg. And if you know anything about Wing Z, he's had a very bad history of getting a head kick, and that's how he kind of goes out and is, down and out for the fight. So if that's the case, he could have utilized on it, but I guess also maybe knowing that Wing C's probably more conscious of that, maybe he have more of a guard up, or he's moving around a lot more. Regardless, Wing C, what I think he could have done a little bit better, not necessarily in terms of pressure, but I think being that he was in such a dominant position, especially for, this is kind of like a mixed martial art. Well, it is mixed martial arts. For him to be in such a dominant position where the other person, where Torres wasn't really comfortable going in a striking position, and he wasn't comfortable really in those kicking positions because he would miss and he couldn't get him down to the ground. Wing C should have played that more. He should have spent half his time just running him down. Jab, 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 jab. The entire time. It's not necessarily going to do damage, but it would have opened up more opportunities where his back would have been turned because he was running a lot when the pressure was really on, or he realized he messed up. And by the time he realized that he was getting jabbed to the wall, jabbed to the corner, he would have been like, I either have to go for a takedown, in which Wing C would have probably answered back, whether it's a knee, or he would have been able to push him off, because he's in that boxing stance, and going for that double leg is a little bit harder because your legs are so far apart, as opposed to if you were in any other position where your legs might be a little closer. But I think he could have played off of the boxing more and moved in on him. Boom, jab, boom, jab, boom, jab, boom, jab. Oh, you're boosh, here's the crowd, boom, boom. And then played off of it. All right, here's a kick. Here's, something random. Here's some, I don't know, little dancing, with his emotes. But I think he should have played into the boxing a little bit more. Regardless, I think it was a really good fight. I think both of them displayed really, really good characteristics and technique. And overall, they both seem like really good fighters. I know Wing C is phenomenal. I love watching him because he's fun to watch, but he's a good fighter. And I think Torres, as long as he works on going for things that he knows he can land, as opposed to just throwing things out there and hoping they hit, and then when they miss, he goes into like, okay, what do I do? I think if he was able to differentiate, like, all right, this might not be worth the risk. The risk is here. Reward is like here. You land it, great, some good damage, but then you got to recover from that and get ready in case he does charge, or come at you full speed. He just needs to be able to differentiate. Again, if risk is up here and reward is down here, no. If risk and reward, if it's high risk, high reward, all right, maybe take it. Low risk, low reward, whatever. Low risk, high reward, definitely take it. But if it's a high risk with a low reward, you might as well just kind of lay it down. Or you throw one or two and you use that to bait him out. But again, I think it was a very enjoyable fight. I enjoyed watching every second of it and breaking it down. If you got tired of me pausing and you want to watch the whole thing, go look it up. Karate Combat 59 is all you have to do to search it up. And it'll pop right up. It's a whole big event. If you want to see his fight, I believe his starts at like an hour and 1 minute. If you want to go check it out, that's when he kind of jumps in. So go ahead. Anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any things that you want me to react to, whether it's any fights that you've watched online, whether you yourself have done a fight or sparring sessions or something that you want me to break down, please let me know. Put it down in the comments. Hey, I have a video I want you to react to me. There we go. We'll get it going. All right. Other than that, everybody has a good day, a good afternoon, a good night. Wherever you are in this world, I hope you have a good one. Peace.